Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. This is going to be my 10-week update. Today is technically 10 weeks in one day. I've been doing my videos on Thursdays just because sometimes Wednesdays can get a little busy, but I'm sure y'all don't mind that extra day. It just allows for a little more progress anyways, right? So this is basically like 2.5 months in, and things are going good. The last 2 weeks since I last updated you guys, things have been a breeze. I have not had any kind of discomfort or sensitivity. My teeth definitely feel not as loose as they did when I went for my first tightening. That has worn off after a few weeks. My bite has adjusted since my previous tightening as well. I told you guys in my last video that only one side of my back teeth were touching, and it was just one particular molar that was touching to one of my bottom ones, but now everything's touching pretty good, so that's good. However, it does feel like the right side of my top teeth, when I'm biting down like this and I'm filling with my tongue on the inside, it feels like this side of my teeth are out further than this side. This side feels like it's more in, and this side feels like it's further out. I think one of the reasons why that could be is because my teeth on this side are shifting much easier, due to the fact that I don't have a crown on that side. I'm wondering if my crown on this side might be affecting mobility, like the shifting of my teeth as quick. But I mean, there's definitely movement going on. It's just not as severe or apparent as this side obviously is. Underneath my crown, I have just got a stump of a tooth. Like, my original tooth is there, but it's literally just a little stump, and it's only like the center part of it where the root would be, or the nerves. And obviously when I went in for my root canal, they moved all of that, but they just left like the bone of the tooth in the center so that when they put the crown on, the crown had something to adhere to. So I don't know how that crown is really moving, you know, with the braces, because it's not my real legit tooth. But I guess they do. I really don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm thinking that if I end up having to have any tooth extractions, that maybe I can mention to him, and this kind of, in a way, I mean, it seems a little less invasive doing it this way, but I feel like I'm losing money by doing it this way, because having a crown and a root canal was very costly. I mean, the crown itself was $700, and the root canal is every bit of that as well. So you're looking at like $1,400 just for a root canal and a crown. And I'm thinking though that if I have to have any tooth extractions, which would be one of the cuspids or bicuspids anyways, why not have them go ahead and just dig that stump out and just take the crown off? That would be less work for them, I would think. I don't know, they may have to go in and cut it out. I'm not really sure, because of there not being a whole lot of tooth there as it is. I would hate for them to go in like as if they had to pull a wisdom or cut through the gums to get to a wisdom tooth, you know. I would hate for them to have to do that with that, but I'm sure if that ends up even being the case, I'll discuss, you know, that plan with my dentist and see what works best. I'll obviously discuss that with my orthodontist as well to see exactly which teeth he wants removed, because in the end it's going to be his call anyways whether or not I have to have any extractions and which teeth he would rather me have extracted. But I figured if I do, that'd just be like one less tooth I'd have to have pulled. It would just be, you know, a stump removed, and just take my crown. But like I said, I'd be losing out money, I feel like, but I don't know. Pros and cons. My side teeth right here that's been the main thing that I've been watching with my treatment, is these side teeth right here, because they were overlapping my two front teeth, and they have shifted off of them quite a bit, especially this one, you guys. You see that? I mean, they're still touching a little bit, and you can't really tell it too well when I'm looking at you this way, but when I turn my head, you can see. Do you see that? How it kind of overlaps? And the same with this one. A little bit. But not nearly as bad as it used to be. But like looking at me this way, you wouldn't think that they were even overlapping. I mean, progress is doing really, really good, and I couldn't be any happier, especially in the short amount of time that I've had my braces on, and I've seen this progress. So things are going great, and I am very, very pleased. Since I have noticed some shifting with my side teeth, because the side ones were overlapping my front teeth, and like I told you guys in my last video, I failed at flossing, and that's why I had to have a root canal. But now I'm like a religious flosser. I floss all the time because I do not want to go through that again. I really didn't think that me not flossing regularly was going to lead to something like that, but yeah, it can. So definitely stay on top of your flossing, you guys. Because of that, I'm thinking I might have a cavity, unless it's just a stain or something. But like, because these side teeth have moved off of the front ones, I don't know. See my little gap there? I sometimes have to do that to like suck the saliva out of my gaps there so you guys can see. Sounds gross, I know. But you can see I got a gap here. I got on here and here. It looks like I got pepper in my teeth, but I don't. There are gaps that have created because of my top arch opening up. In between on this front tooth, but on this side back there, there's like a little brown spot. If I can get a picture of it that shows pretty decent, I'll include it here. What do you guys think? Do you think that could be a cavity or just a stain? I'll put like a poll or something right here so that you guys can let me know what you think. Yeah, I hope it's not, because if it's a cavity, then that means when I go for my cleaning at my dentist in July, I won't get to get my certificate from an orthodontist signed, which means I won't get those points applied to my brace books card. And basically that's where, if you're new and just now watching my videos, my brace books card is like a rewards card. You get points for having good hygiene, being on time at your appointments, not having any appliances that are broken, playing some of their contests that they have online, their games and winning points, so many different things to collect points, and then you can redeem those points for gift cards. So I'm like already up to almost a $25 gift card, and I've only been in braces, you guys, for 2.5 months, 10 weeks, and I'm going to be in these braces probably for at least 18 months. So can you imagine if I continue where I'm going to be at with my rewards? That's what I'm waiting. I'm letting my points rack up so that when I get my braces off, I can redeem them. But yeah, if I have a cavity, I can't have my certificate signed. So that's going to suck. I hope that's not the case, but we'll just wait and see. I am going to point it out and see what my dentist thinks about it. I thought I actually had a cavity on one of my top teeth on the outside, and he said it was just an abrasion from brushing too hard. So I don't know, maybe that's all this could be. It's already time for me to get some new floss. I told you guys in my previous videos that I use the Oral-B Glide, which is the best floss you can use having braces, because it's satin and it's not waxy and it doesn't shred, and it gets right in between those teeth and it glides right through, just like it's called, Oral-B Glide. So I definitely recommend that floss for you guys, even if you don't have braces. It's a good floss, and it's lasted me now for quite a few weeks, and I use 2 pieces every night. I use one for my top when I go through the wires, and then I use another piece for the bottom. So, you know, I'm usually about that long. I need some more of those like Christmas tree looking pipe cleaner brushes, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I use those to get like in between the wires and the teeth, so that whatever my bristles on my toothbrush don't get, that will get. And it's always like back here, way back in here, where like if I eat chips or crackers or tortillas or anything like that, food always gets hung back there. And even when I think I've got it all with my toothbrush and my floss and the gargling and the rinsing and all that, there's still something in there. So getting food out of braces is so annoying, but I'm not gonna complain too bad because it's doing its job. So I received a comment not long ago that I should show the work that I've had done on my teeth. And that's actually a really good comment, because I don't think I've actually showed you guys the work I've had on my teeth except for explaining to you guys about the root canal that I had done. So let me get up close. So I have a total of, I think, 7 fillings. So on the bottom, I just recently had all my fillings done. I even had an old one at the top, and my dentist, that was an old one back from whenever I was a real little kid, and it was the only filling in my entire mouth that I had up until a year ago. And then he went in and he just said, well, you got a few more cavities I'm gonna fix up for you, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take that old I'm gonna take that old filling out, and we're gonna refill it too, because after a while those need to be redone because they'll start chipping and breaking out, which was happening. I was getting little chunks and bits and pieces whenever I would eat like burgers and things, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what the heck was that? And my tooth started feeling real rigid and sharp because the filling was coming out. So on the bottom, I got here, and you can't see this one because it's clear, but it's right in between here, right down there. I will tell you guys, when I had those fillings done, ever since, and it's been a little over a year, when I floss in between, because they're like right there in between where you should be flossing, like I said, I failed at flossing, so it cost me some fillings and cavities. But now when I floss, it's still sensitive. Like it's like a quick shock of pain. It's almost like either the filling wasn't done right or it needs to be refilled or something, because it's sensitive now, and it wasn't never sensitive before. Like, I actually didn't think I had any cavities whenever I went in for my cleaning a year ago, you know, because I didn't have any teeth bothering me. Not even the one that I had to have a root canal on, you guys. So the one that I had to have a root canal on, so that was on this side on the bottom, so we're going to go to the top on that side. I have to feel, because it's hard to see, but obviously the crown, the material of the crown feels different than your actual tooth. It feels a little more slicker. This right here is the crown, right here. So I had that one done, and then behind that I had another. That's the tooth. The one behind that one is the one that I had as a kid, that was just recently redone. Let me see if I can. Sorry, my camera does not like to focus, you guys. Okay, so a lot of silver in that tooth. Down here, I got, yeah. Well, sorry, trying to get my camera to focus, and it does not want to. So down there, and that tooth, you guys, let me tell you, when I was having my filling done in that tooth, oh my gosh, it took, I kid you not, 10 Novocaine shots in that same area. Even after the 10th one, it was not numbing. I don't know what the deal with that tooth was. I have no idea. The dentist was shocked that that tooth was not getting numb. It wasn't like everywhere else on my face was completely numb, and he had no issues with any other teeth, just that one. But it literally got to the point where I was just like, drill, just drill, get it done, because it was very excruciating, and I was just ready to go home. I mean, I had already been sitting in that chair for 2 hours. So that tooth was a pain in the butt to get numb. And up here, these are going to be kind of hard to see. I only thought I had one filling up there. I thought like he maybe accidentally got some of the silver stuff on another tooth by accident. But I was looking at my little mirror that I got with the light on it from an orthodontist, and I was like, no, I'll be darned, there is actually 2 little fillings in that tooth. So I'll try and see if I can't show you guys. Let me flip my camera around. Okay, so I had to step into my bathroom so I can show you guys. So I can see in my mirror, hello, so I can show you guys. So here, and in the very back, let me turn my flash on. Here, and back behind that other one. So I hope you guys were able to see that a little bit better. I figured flipping my camera around and turning my light on would have been a little bit easier to see. Plus it's cloudy outside today and raining. My lighting is really bad in here right now. So I go for my second tightening on May 17th, which is just 2 more weeks away, you guys. That is so crazy. It will then be a full 3 months that I've had my braces on at that time. So that's exciting. I can't believe how quick this is going by. It is so insane. Like, I was thinking about it, I guess, so much in the beginning. It felt like it was dragging by because I wanted to see progress so fast. And now that it's, you know, been a couple months in, I don't really think about my braces as much now. I don't even like stare at them in the mirror as much as I used to. They're just there, you know, it's just part of my life now. It's seeming like time is going by a little bit quicker now since I've not been so focused on my braces. I'm thinking about going with this metal wire again. Before I had the clear one, but I feel like the progress with this metal one has been a little bit quicker. And the whole point of my brackets being ceramic is so that you can't tell that I really got braces on. So that's why they usually put the clear wire in. But the reason I don't have the clear wire right now is because at my last tightening for an 18 gauge wire, they didn't have it available in the clear. So I had to go with the metal, which I didn't mind. I was a little concerned about going with the metal wire and then having, you know, the ceramic brackets and then going with the light blue bands, because I felt like, man, I'm gonna really be clashing here, but it really didn't look that bad. Speaking of the bands, my bands were light blue at one point in time. You guys remember that? Yeah, not so much anymore. Let me show you guys. So you see that? They're not clear like they were. They are very much dull. At my next tightening, I am going to go with pink and teal. So I'm gonna play around with some colors. You guys probably hear my dog walking around, her hoofs on the floor. I wanted to tell you guys, on my orthodontist website, they have a link on their page called Paint Your Smile. You can play around on there and choose up to 3 colors of bands on models to see what colors you want to go with at your next visit. That's how I thought, you know, oh, pink and teal look really good together. They have different models, so if you're an adult, you can pick an adult model. If you're a child, you can pick a child model and see how it looks. And I think that's a really helpful link because it saves you time and it's easy and it's fun and simple to do. So definitely check it out. I'll have a link in the description below this video for you guys called Paint Your Smile, so definitely check that out. And I keep getting this question quite often, and it's, why do you have braces on your top but not your bottom teeth yet? And the reasoning behind that, and I discussed it in my last video, is because my bottom teeth are more crowded, and what my orthodontist is trying to do is open up my top arch because I had a really narrow arch, I guess, and he's trying to open that up to make space in between my teeth like you see, so that my teeth can move without having to have them pulled. It's almost like having those spacers put under there that open up the roof of your mouth there. Obviously I didn't need that, but I think these metal brackets here in the back have a great deal to do with the fact of opening up that arch. It's definitely wide. You guys see that? How wide? It was not that wide before. It was just like down here. But the reason he is widening it is so that when I have my bottom braces on, it will allow more room for my teeth as these straighten out to fit underneath my top ones, so that I hopefully won't have to have any extractions. If worse comes to worse, that's what I'll have to have, but if not, I'm gonna definitely see about IPR, I think is what they call it, where they go in between the teeth and they shave just to create a little bit of a gap so that your teeth can make room to shift and move around. We obviously don't want to widen my top arch too much to the point where it will distort my smile or my facial appearance. And I don't know if you guys seen this picture on Facebook. I wish I wouldn't have seen it because it's just laid a horrific image in my mind that I cannot escape. And I would share the picture, but I'm not going to because it is that horrific. But if you guys have seen the picture on Facebook, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Or you could probably Google it. But anyways, this person, I don't know exactly what the incident was or the accident, you know, that caused this to happen. But I can't remember if it was even a guy or a girl. I can't remember. But anyways, they had braces. And I think they were pretty close to getting them off because, like, this half of their mouth, where the braces were still intact, were pretty straight. So man, that really had to have sucked. But anyways, I don't know what happened, but like from, I think it was this tooth, all the way, actually I think it was these two front ones, or maybe just this one, all the way over. All of these teeth were out of the gums. The wire that went through the brackets was jagged, and it was kind of out of the brackets, but the teeth were just laying out of the gum. Like, you could see the whole root of the tooth. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I felt that. It was an awful image, and I'm like, how can people share that? I've got braces! But basically, it just kind of brought back the time when I told you guys my husband, the day after my tightening, my husband had accidentally hit me in the mouth. And when he did, he hit, I can't remember what, I think it was this tooth. And that tooth literally, I thought he had knocked it loose or out one. Because I quickly raised up and I looked in the mirror. And I was like, okay, it's still there, but it literally felt like he knocked it out. I'm not even kidding. Because, like, when you have your tightenings done, your teeth are loose. It allows mobility in the gums for your teeth to shift around. Like me pushing on my brackets right now, I can feel my teeth moving. It's such a crazy weird feeling. Your teeth basically feel loose. So I can imagine that picture I seen, how painful that was. Like, anyways, I just had to tell you guys that because I seen it and I just could not believe that. But anyways, that is pretty much it for my update this 10th week, you guys. Like I said, it's been a very easy breezy last 2 weeks. Not a whole lot has really gone on with me except for change. I don't know if you guys can see any difference between now and 2 weeks ago with this, but I'll obviously have some pictures included at the end of this video for you guys to view and compare to previous videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up with my braces journey and other videos that I like to do. I thought about doing a Q&A video, but I kind of sort of already, I guess I did in a way, on my braces 101 video. But if any of you have any like personal questions that you want to ask me and you want me to do a Q&A based on my experience with braces or any questions that you might have for me, feel free to post those down below too, and I will definitely do a Q&A video if I rack up enough questions. If not, I'll just include those questions in my videos as I do my updates, just like I did on in this video. So anyways, you guys, I will see you all in 2 more weeks, and that will be at my second tightening. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to let you guys know the progress, and I'm going to see what my orthodontist thinks on how far along into treatment he thinks I'm going to be based on where I'm at now with things, and show you guys my new band colors. And I'm really curious what size gauge wire I'm gonna have at my next visit, because right now I'm in an 18 and I was in a 14, so yeah, big jump there. And I also have the ligature wires. I didn't tell you guys that I got the ligature, well, I did in previous videos, but for those of you new that are just now watching this video, I got ligature wires on this tooth, and this one, and they're just little wires. You can see, well, you can see a little one right here. This tooth has straightened out a lot, and this one is still a little bit at an angle. That one is really straightening out a lot. It's so crazy because I'm starting to see the actual like shape of my front teeth. And I never really seen that because these two side teeth were kind of going over that. So I never got to see like my actual shape of my tooth here. And now I can see it more and more. So I will see you guys in 2 more weeks. Bye!